And it's Bahamians unprepared to stand up and fight and defend their own Bahamas, then you don't deserve to have it.
Now let that sink in. Come on. Change ain't coming, change is here. You can hear it, you can feel it in the air. All politicians, put your hands in the air. Just a stick up, let me make myself clear. I'm a grown man talking, so you know what to do. No one's leaving till we figure out the truth. Why you laughing? This ain't nothing funny. So no one gets to go home till we figure out this money. Change ain't coming, change is here. They say change ain't coming, but change is here. They say change ain't coming, but change is here. They say change ain't coming, nigga, change is here. Now if you ain't standing with us, then I know you against us. Bahamas, this ain't no time for us to be lukewarm. This is war, and we riding through the storm. Come on. Let's go, shalom to all my Hebrew brothers. To all my Muslim and Rastas, we need you, brother. Selassie, I know, I can't forget the Christians. Let's put our differences aside, cause it's a bigger mission. See, they've been doing it for years, trying to separate us. Kinda trying to keep us down and never elevate us. Now it's time to praise the Lord, cause he's about to take us over to the promised land where we can celebrate us. I got to do it for my kids that ain't even born yet. So the minute that they born, they already gotta check that check. Gotta have that time to collect, so they won't know how it feels to have that yoke around their neck. Yeah. See, y'all been robbing my grandmother, my great-great-grandmother and grandfather. It's like y'all can't get enough. Y'all just keep eating and eating and giving us nothing but taxes. Y'all went even as far as to say that this country's in debt and we ain't got no money. When 9 times out of 10, everybody in this country's possibly a millionaire. It's time to wake up. Let's talk about natural resources, cause every time we bring it up, they say hold your horses. They say it ain't worth a thing, but it's worth a fortune. Meanwhile, they open up their businesses across the borders. Oh yes, we track their bank accounts across the waters. They say this country in debt, but they making millions. If we don't stop this now, they be up to billions. It's about to go down and I get the feeling we gotta cut a movie on these dirty villains. On this Lincoln Bain and his team came with information. It's like everything changed, everything went quiet. It's like so much facts and they can't deny it. They rather keep their mouths shut before they start a riot. Now look how they tryna just steal the oil. They don't wanna share with none of y'all. They been robbing us while we were sleeping. Send them to jail cause they failed, they committed treason. Change ain't coming. They say change ain't coming, but change is here. They say change ain't coming, but change is here. They say change ain't coming, nigga, change is here. Listen, from Freeport to Nassau all the way to Nagua, there's no more time for us to sit back and be quiet. You understand? This is war. If they only knew who we were, if they only know who we are, they would know we are warriors. No retreat, no surrender. Just give us what you owe us. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. I feel this all the way to my ancestors. We are warriors. We only really want what's owed to us. You get it? Now free up.
And it's Bahamians unprepared to stand up and fight and defend their own Bahamas, then you don't deserve to have it.
Now let that sink in. Come on. Change ain't coming, change is here. You can hear it, you can feel it in the air. All politicians, put your hands in the air. Just a stick up, let me make myself clear. I'm a grown man talking, so you know what to do. No one's leaving till we figure out the truth. Why you laughing? This ain't nothing funny. So no one gets to go home till we figure out this money. Change ain't coming, change is here. They say change ain't coming, but change is here. They say change ain't coming, but change is here. They say change ain't coming, nigga, change is here. Now if you ain't standing with us, then I know you against us. Bahamas, this ain't no time for us to be lukewarm. This is war, and we riding through the storm. Come on. Let's go. Shalom to all my Hebrew brothers, to all my Muslim and Rastas. We need you, brother. I know. I can't forget the Christians. Let's put our differences aside, cause it's a bigger mission. See, they've been doing this for years, trying to separate us, kinda trying to keep us down and never elevate us. Now it's time to praise the Lord, cause he's about to take us over to the promised land where we can celebrate us. I got to do it for my kids that ain't even born yet. So the minute that they born, they already gotta check that check. Gotta have that time to collect, so they won't know how it feels to have that yoke around their neck. Yeah. See, y'all been robbing my grandmother, my great-great-grandmother and grandfather. It's like y'all can't get enough. Y'all just keep eating and giving us nothing but taxes. Y'all went even as far as to say that this country's in debt and we ain't got no money. When 9 times out of 10, everybody in this country's possibly a millionaire. It's time to wake up. Let's talk about natural resources, cause every time we bring it up, they say hold your horses. They say it ain't worth a thing, but it's worth a fortune. Meanwhile, they open up their businesses across the borders. Oh yes, we track their bank accounts across the waters. They say this country in debt, but they making millions. If we don't stop this now, they be up to billions. It's about to go down and I get the feeling we gotta cut a movie on these dirty villains. Sonus Lincoln Bain and his team came with information. It's like everything changed, everything went quiet. It's like so much facts and they can't deny it. They'd rather keep their mouths shut before they start a riot. Now look how they tryna just steal the oil. They don't wanna share with none of y'all. They've been robbing us while we were sleeping. Send them to jail cause they failed, they committed treason. Change ain't coming. They say change ain't coming. The change is here. They say change ain't coming. The change is here. They say change ain't coming. No, the change is here. Listen, from Freeport to Nassau all the way to Nagua, there's no more time for us to sit back and be quiet. You understand? This is war. If they only knew who we were, if they only know who we are, they would know we are warriors. No retreat, no surrender. Just give us what you owe us. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, my ancestors. We are warriors. We only really want what's owed to us. You get it? Now free up.
To this live. This is going to be a quick one today. We just wanted to update the Bahamian people of what has been going on, update them on the fact that the Prime Minister of this country has responded to the Bahamian people in writing to the so-called criminal farmers, criminal according to his Attorney General. He has responded. And so we're going to be addressing that today. And we want to thank you for tuning in and for being here. We want to thank you for that. All right. And so that's really what this one is about. All right. The Prime Minister responds. Prime Minister responds. Let me edit the subject. And so while you're waiting, please take a minute and please share this so the message can get around. please take a minute and share this. We will appreciate that. We are fighting an awesome battle on behalf of the Bahamian people. Okay. I just changed the topic of this live. The Prime Minister responds to the Bahamians who were threatened by the Attorney General on Crown land grants and the protection of our forests. So again, we want to thank all of you for being here today. Please share, please share. Let's let the whole Bahamas know what's going on. You would notice that when we go live, we have issues. Governments have the ability to interfere with Facebook Lives. They've had that ability for some time now. And you notice that every time we announce that we're going live, we have issues with our live. Many different issues. But when we go live without announcing we're going live, of course, we don't have those said issues. It's because they're not prepared to be there to interfere with our lives. And so we just want to let you know that there is a serious, serious effort to hide the truth from the Bahamian people in this country. And we're calling on all authorities to stop it, to allow the truth to go out there. And so this is a serious topic today. This is a serious topic today. And so we want to let you know that whenever the Bahamian people stand up, the government must stand down. Whenever the Bahamian people stand up, the government must stand down. The only way you're going to get what you want in this country is to stand up to evil and tyrannical behavior and to stand up to corruption. Now, the Prime Minister has himself responded to persons who went to his office. I would like to first thank the Prime Minister for responding so quickly. This is a relief from the behavior of the previous Prime Minister, of course, who would always refuse, and I mean refuse, to acknowledge the Bahamian people, would avoid them, would treat them with total disregard. And I saw what this Prime Minister did with the media the other day. I think it was a mess up. Everyone has done their mistakes, and hopefully he doesn't do that again. But I will say in this instance, the Prime Minister gave us the respect of a response. And so within 24 hours of us going out there to see the Prime Minister, he responded to us in writing. And so I want to encourage Bahamians, stop being weak. Stop being so passive. This country is yours, and the people in office are in your office. They work for you. And as soon as you realize this, we're going to have a better country. And so we want to get to the response of the Prime Minister. I want to thank him for responding to the Bahamian people and treating the Bahamian people with respect, unlike Hubert Alexander Minnis, that corrupt, evil demon that ran this country before. I hope I said that as diplomatically as I could. He was a corrupt Prime Minister, and the truth of the things that he did while in office is coming to light slowly but surely. And there's more to come. There's much, much more to come. Much of it is going to shock a lot of the Bahamian people. There is so much wrong that was done, so much raping and robbing that was done under Hubert Alexander Minnis. One of the reasons he refused to even acknowledge the Bahamian people or to even respond to you. And so hopefully no rain will ever happen again as happened under Hubert Alexander Minnis. All right. So We thank all of you for joining. Please take a minute and share this. Please share this. Let's hear what the Prime Minister had to say. Let's hear what the Prime Minister had to say. I'm trying to pull it up now. Just give me a minute. There we go. And so let's go straight to the Prime Minister's statement. And so you should see it on your screen in a second. It says, Office of the Prime Minister. Office of the Prime Minister, and it's addressed to Mr. Lincoln Bain, and they dated it the 7th of April, 2022. And it says, can you put it up on the screen so they can see it, please? And it says, reference to Crown land grants and the protection of our forests, because that is what we wrote to them. We wrote a letter to them with several complaints, including the fact that we felt that the Attorney General and Minister of Environment should not be threatening the Bahamian people, especially when we see so much wrong happening in this country by illegal immigrants and others. It's like when you're foreign, you have rights. And we address all of this stuff to the Prime Minister in writing. How could you make a statement like the Attorney General did? We were very concerned about that. How could you, in the fact that there may be an injunction, but there is an injunction that protects those who are in unregulated communities, also in shanty towns, how could you threaten them with cease and desist orders? And then how could the Attorney General lie to the Bahamian public and say that cease and desist order only covers Abaco? It was a blatant lie. It was a lie. And so we were appalled at that, amongst other things. We wanted the Office of the Prime Minister to know that we as Bahamians are also concerned about the conservation of our forests, because it's ours. When those Haitians, illegal immigrants, destroy our forests, they're just not gonna come back here. They're gonna go somewhere else and destroy their forests as they did theirs. And so we were concerned with that. And so this and several other things we put in our letter to the Prime Minister. We also demanded 1 acre of Crown land for every Bahamian. We demanded that 1 acre of Crown land for every Bahamian. And we also asked that those who were there on Crown land be allowed to stay on the Crown land. And so this is the response of the Prime Minister of this country to the action that we took. And so it says, reference to Crown land grants and protection of our forests. On behalf of the Honorable Prime Minister and Minister of Finance and the Minister with portfolio responsibility for Crown lands, the Honorable Philip Bray Davis, I am writing to acknowledge with thanks receipt of your letter of even caption dated the 4th of April, 2022. It was not the 4th of April, but that's a typo. I am further directed to thank you for your detailed comments and suggestions on the administration of Crown land and other government lands in the Bahamas. Please be advised that the government of the Bahamas recently appointed a land reform committee with a mandate to review the administration of land, Crown land, treasury land, generation property, commonage land, private lands, etc. in the Bahamas. The work of the committee is ongoing, and it is anticipated that this committee will report to the government with its findings and recommendations at the earliest opportunity. The government takes note of the frequent illegal trespass on government lands, in particular those comprising the well fields. This matter is under review, and we anticipate a response from the relevant government agencies momentarily. The government applauds your efforts to agitate on behalf of the Bahamian populace on matters of mutual concern. However, you are reminded of the rule of law. Yours sincerely, David R. Davis, Permanent Secretary. And so this is the Permanent Secretary writing on behalf and on instructions of the Prime Minister of the country. And this is their response to the Bahamian people. And so in other words, it's a kind of a generic letter that was written to us. But of course, at least they wrote a letter. They wrote it in quick time to let us know that there's there has been a committee formed to review the administration of land in the country, and they're saying that this committee will of course bring forward its recommendations at the earliest opportunity. The earliest opportunity could be 10 years from now, and so we don't know when that is, but we thank them for their efforts nonetheless. The government takes note of the frequent illegal trespass on government lands, in particular those comprising the well fields. This matter is under review, etc., and they are looking forward to a response from the relevant government authority. And so, in other words, they know that people have been going on these lands, the well fields, etc., 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 and they're also thanking us for our efforts. They applaud our efforts for agitating on behalf of the Bahamian people. So we'd like to thank the government for recognizing the fact that we're doing this for the Bahamian people. We're not doing this for ourselves. We're not doing this for politics or any other reason. We're agitating on behalf of the Bahamian people, like Sir Lyndon did, like Sir Milo did. And so that is our thing, like Sir Randall Fox did. That is what we're doing. So this is an effort to do that. And so we're looking forward to working with the government on this. There was conversations with certain persons within the office of the Prime Minister that I won't reveal. And looking forward to further conversations and seeing if the government is willing to work with Bahamians who are concerned with what's going on in our forests, and who is and Bahamians who are willing to not only be concerned about it, but to do something about it. Bahamians who are willing to now go out there, volunteer their time. There are persons in our grouping who are police officers, who are defense force officers, who are security guards, who are more than qualified to make sure that our land is protected. There are firefighters who are part of our grouping. And so they are qualified people who are very concerned about the fact that our forest is being burnt down. And so this is not a cease and desist from the government. It's an acknowledgement, of our letter and our concerns. And so that's a good thing, because this is going to be a defining moment for Philip Brave Davis. If you saw the news clip where Ryan Hinder stated that Bahamians have no right to Crown land. I can't believe that came out of his mouth. I can't believe that Bahamians are not, in an absolute uproar, and that didn't make front page news every single day. Can't believe that that's not what every talk show is talking about. But Ryan Hinder just gave up his American passport. Legend. I don't believe he gave it up. That Ryan Hinder would say that Bahamians don't have a right to their Crown land. That is shocking to me. That is shocking to me. Why that is shocking to me is because his statement is saying that Bahamians, he's specifying, don't have a right to Crown land. So this actually means that everyone else has a right to the Crown land. Because the question then is, if Bahamians don't have a right to Crown land, who does? Bahamians don't have a right to Crown land? My God. This, ladies and gentlemen, something like this could only ever happen in the Commonwealth of Narnia. Something like this could only happen in a country that is not a real place. We need to fix this place. The Commonwealth of Narnia, where the Attorney General says Bahamians don't have a right to their Crown land. everybody else does. And maybe it was a Freudian slip, but I think he intended to say it. But he said it. And he shows the intention and the thinking of governments up to this time. Let me read for you. The actual law as it relates to Crown land. You may not understand how Crown land works. You know, many people, you know, whenever they hear a politician say something, they take it as gospel. But I'm going to read you the definition of Crown land from the very same act that they're quoting from, to say that Bahamians could be fined $25,000, you know, thrown in jail for 2 years, etc., which I am more than glad to do as it relates to this. I'll do two for you, Bahamas. I'll do two for you. All right. I don't think we have this document here. I think that's it that you have on there. Yeah, the Forestry Act. In the definitions of the Forestry Act, sorry I didn't send it to my production team to see it on. In the definition of the Forestry Act, it actually defines what Crown land is. There's no Crown Land Act. Of course, they're not going to do that because they're not going to make it easy for you to get Crown land, because that's what it would do. Let me assist production team send it properly. But I want you to see exactly what Crown land is, Bahamas. I want you to see what Crown land is. So give me a sec. Let me switch this over for you. Let's do that. Here we go. So now we're going to see what Crown land is. This is the Forestry Act. Let me make sure you can see this isn't an act that I wrote. I promise you I didn't write this. There we go. This is the Forestry Act, all right? The Forestry Act. The Forestry Act, all right? And in the Forestry Act, it actually defines what Crown land is. And so we're going to actually show you the definition of Crown land according to the Forestry Act. And it says, Crown land includes all vacant land in the Bahamas vested in Her Majesty. Of course, they always word it like that because we have a symbolic situation where the Crown is the head of state. As property of the Crown for the beneficial interest of the Bahamas, whether by forfeiture, escheat, purchase, or exchange. Let me break that down for you. Crown land includes all vacant land in the Bahamas, vested in Her Majesty. That doesn't mean she owns it. Vested in the Majesty as a property of the Crown. The Crown is actually not the Queen. A lot of people don't understand that. The Crown represents the people. And if you study it carefully, you will see that. It represents the Commonwealth of Nations, each one of them jointly. As a property of the Crown, for the beneficial interest, right? Beneficial interest, so it's to benefit the Bahamas. And who's the Bahamas? The Bahamian people, not the land, not the rock. It's not to benefit the land or the concept of the Bahamas. That means it's to benefit the Bahamian people. And so it's for the beneficial interests of the Bahamas or the Bahamian people. That is what Crown land is, and that is who it is supposed to benefit. And so if something is for the beneficial interest of me, how can the Attorney General say that we have no right to this? This is scandalous and this is shocking. And the government should be embarrassed that these gaffes are happening already. Sorry, I had to do this manually. The government should be embarrassed that these gaffes are happening already. This is stuff that happens like in year 2, when people start getting tired of the government and they start making mistakes. You know, this isn't stuff that is supposed to happen 6 months into administration. This isn't something that's supposed to happen this soon, where government ministers are saying stuff that is a blatant lie, saying stuff that is untrue, harassing and threatening the Bahamian people, starting to become arrogant with their statements of threats. This shouldn't be happening. And on top of that, Bahamians shouldn't be accepting this. The Constitution says that we are the inheritors of these family of islands. We are the inheritors. We took it from the Queen and it goes to us, of these family of islands. That's the Constitution, the preamble. So if we are the inheritors of this family of islands, how could we not have a right to our crown land? Someone explain that to me. Someone, I'll wait. Someone explain that to me. If you inherit something, if you inherit this land, if my father leaves land to me and I inherit it, how can someone say that I don't have a right to it and I don't have a right to be on it? Someone please explain that to me. And this man is the Attorney General of this country, who practiced law in America all his life. Someone explain that to me. Now, I'm saying that this is a pivotal moment for Philip Brave Davis. And the reason I'm saying that this is a pivotal moment for Philip Brave Davis is because this is the make or break moment. This is that make or break moment, like Dorian was for Dr. Minnis. The way Dorian, the way Dr. Minnis treated people during Dorian, Bahamians during Dorian, while treating the illegal immigrants differently and treating them special, is flabbergasting. Making sure that they got a ride to shelters in New Providence, and then during the lockdowns, they got a ride on the boats while you didn't know, back to Abaco. Made sure that they got their billing supplies. Made sure that they made sure NGOs gave them their billing supplies, where they got tin roofs. That's hurricane proof now. Making sure they were protected. While Bahamians got nothing. They hid your supplies from you to this day. They treated you like you were nothing in this country, like you were a dog, not a human being that owned a house, not a human, like a human being that went through a terrible situation. They treated us like dogs in Abaco. I am embarrassed at every Bahamian who had the heart to put an X or tick to the Free National Movement in Abaco after what they did to you. And next, they held the bodies of Bahamians in a trailer, treated us worse than animals. You wouldn't even keep meat in a trailer for that long. And then buried them with no regard for the family and blocked their families from being able to be there and see what was going on. They treated us like garbage while they treated everyone else with respect. And maybe y'all want this to continue. Maybe this Bahamas y'all love, you know. Maybe this Bahamas you love. Because if that's what y'all love, maybe y'all love yourselves. Continue with that. But that's not the Bahamas that I'm interested in. Now, Dr. Minnis had a critical moment, and that was it. That finished him. Brave Davis, yours came earlier. And you are at a critical moment. A moment where your country is having a food shortage. A food shortage, a food crisis. That is this moment that we are in. The world is expecting for the food prices to increase. The world leaders all over have said it. Gas prices have gone up. The price of the food that we do get has gone up because fuel prices have gone up, etc. Because there is a war. Purity Bakery buys a lot of their supplies from Ukraine, and therefore their prices have gone up. We can't afford a loaf of bread, which is now over $5 on the shelves. We can't afford one lime, Bahamas. One lime now costs almost $2 in some instances. One. You need to get a mortgage to make lemonade. You have to bring all of your money to make one glass of lemonade. Because if you normally put 3 limes in there, you're looking at almost $6 for one glass. I don't know how much lime you put in your lemonade. But for every one, you're going to pay almost $2. One apple is over $1. One. Price of eggs have shot up. The price of mayonnaise has shot up. The price of everything has gone through the roof. We are in a crisis, and we have to take our heads out of the sand. And so this is a critical moment for you, Philip Brave Davis, because this is a chance for you to show who you are for. Whether you're for the Bahamian people or whether you're for the illegal immigrants. Because your ministers are attacking the Bahamian people who are trying to feed themselves. The Bahamian people, they have proven. And you can send persons to come and see. Instead of looking at the trees that you think are missing, come look at the plants that these people have planted. Come look at the cassava. Come look at the papaya. Come look at it. You have people who are ready to grow rice. Yes, the rice that is now so expensive in the stores. People are growing corn to make grits so that we can survive if there is World War III and ports are shut down. If the price goes up to import it too high, there are people who are willing to grow their grits to grow their corn to make their grits. There are people who are growing watermelons, garlic and onion, cantaloupes. There are people who want to farm eggs. There are Bahamians trying to feed themselves. These are teachers. These are persons from every government ministry, including the Department of Treasury. There are persons in the back there who work at the central bank. There are persons in the back there who are police officers of many ranks. There are defense force officers growing their food. They can't take this anymore. There are nurses. There are custom officers. There are medical technicians, the people who put you to sleep when you're going to get your surgery. The people who care for you, they're nursing assistants. There are Bahamians from all walks of life now all they want to do is grow their food to protect themselves and their families. And in fact, the fruits have already started coming forth. One lady came to me yesterday and bragged about her peppers that are coming forth. They showed them the pictures of peppers. And these are gold peppers. She bragged about her fruits that is already coming forth. She showed the peppers, but there's other fruits already coming forth. That's one thing she doesn't have to buy from the food store this month. That is one thing she doesn't have to buy from the food store this month. Look at that. Grown, look at how beautiful that looks, Bahamas. That is grown right here on our soil. And that is free. That is free. And she grew that herself. This woman sells conch salad. And that's one of her ingredients that she can now give organic to her customers, the tourists, and she doesn't have to buy it from anyone. This is free. Now she's going to grow her, now she's growing her onions and her tomatoes and her celery and her green peppers, sweet peppers, and every other ingredient to put in her conch salad. She's growing that. And it is free. Bahamas. But instead, what they've been giving us is high cost of everything. They've been giving us expensive apples and expensive oranges, expensive onion and garlic, expensive eggs and expensive bread. Give us free. That is what we want. Give us free. Give us one chance to live. That's all we want. Give us free. And so now that woman, I'm so proud of her, has healthy, organic, delicious looking, not one piece of pesticide. Show it again. Show it again. She didn't need any fertilizer. She didn't need any pesticides. This is pure organic goodness. Look at it. And so, Philip Brave Davis, this is a turning point for you. Because Ryan Pinder, in making that stupid, demonic statement that Bahamians don't have a right to their crown land, said that he's looking over a cease and desist order now. He's going over it. And then he's going to go over it with the Prime Minister. He said it. It's his words. The Attorney General is going to take it to the Prime Minister and let the Prime Minister decide if he is going to persecute the Bahamian people. You heard it out of the mouth of Ryan Pinder. I guess he's saying, don't put the blame on me. The Prime Minister, and you see what the letter says. Put the letter back up there for them. I want them to read this. The Prime Minister, and only the Prime Minister, it says, the Minister of Finance and the Minister with portfolio responsibility for Crown lands, the Honorable Philip Brave Davis, he is the only one who can make a decision. So if the Bahamian people who are trying to grow their food to eat are persecuted, prosecuted, or attacked, or asked to move off our land, Philip Brave Davis is the one who did it. Don't blame Vaughn Miller, the disappearing man. Don't blame the Attorney General. Only one man has the power to attack the Bahamian people trying to feed themselves on Crown land. That is Philip Brave Davis. So if we receive a cease and desist order attacking Bahamians who want to feed themselves, Philip Brave Davis did that. No one else. So Philip Brave Davis, this is your legacy on the line. I'm sure you've seen the backlash from Bahamians from all walks of life, high society, and other society. You've seen from all party persuasions, including PLPs, who said, hell no, you should not touch Bahamians before you touch the real culprits who have been doing this for years and doing worse. We are there in a sanitary situation with cesspits, running water, electricity, farming, and you can see what we are doing. You can see the use for the land. We're not like those churches that said, oh, we're going to farm, and then they build a subdivision. You can see the use of the land. This all rides on the legacy of Philip Brave Davis. 6 months in. You know what I like about Philip Brave Davis is the reputation that he has for being a nice man. That's a reputation that he has. They say he's a nice man. But it's easy to be nice when you want to be prime minister. It's easy to be nice because you want to win an election, you want to lead the party, etc. It's easy to be nice. It's easy to be nice to the girl when you're first dating her. That's easy. When you're sitting around waiting to get there, it's easy to be nice. But now it's time to prove your worth. It's time to prove if you are for the Bahamians or for the legal immigrants. This is when you will see what Philip Brave Davis really is. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to stay tuned. Politicians can say and do anything they want. They can build a certain reputation and say, oh, we're nice. Oh, we're for the poor people. We're for the common man. We're for regular Bahamians. Philip Brave Davis, the question is, are you for teachers and nurses assistants and anesthesiologists and lawyers and police officers and defense force officers and custom officers? Are you for them? Contractors? Are you for them? Entertainers? These are the Bahamians who are farming their land right now as we speak. It's just an example. There's taxi drivers. There's Bahamians from all walks of life. Will the PLP and Philip Brave Davis attack them? Sir Lyndon Oscar Pinley would roll over in his graves if he saw the comment of Ryan Hinder, of lying Ryan Hinder, that xenophobic demon, xenophobic against Bahamians. He's anti-Bahamian. It seems like everything in this country is anti-Bahamian right now, and the Lyndon Pinley would roll over in his grave. I believe Sir Lyndon Pinley would rise from the dead if Philip Brave Davis attacks Bahamians trying to farm their land. I believe that he would rise up. The spirit of Sir Lyndon Pinley would rise up all across this nation. Would definitely rise up in me. The spirit of Sir Lyndon Oscar Pinley would rise up. And I'm calling on every single Bahamian to rise up if Philip Brave Davis attacks Bahamians who are trying to feed themselves and feed this nation. Rise up, Bahamas, before there's nothing left. I had a chance over this last several weeks, because we've been putting our information together in our investigation. And the day those cease and desist orders arrive, let me tell you something. The documentary is going to drop showing you the real Bahamas. The Bahamas for the legal immigrants. And the Bahamas that hates Bahamians. I think the administration knows our abilities. Why do you hate Bahamians? Why do you disdain and scorn Bahamians? Why would you let that white racist against Bahamians? No, Bahamian isn't a race. That white racist against Bahamians, Attorney General, to make such a statement and to treat Bahamians with such disdain. Brave Davis, defend us. Stand up for us. You always said that you have their back. You said you're one of them. You always look out for them. Brave Davis really is asking you to look out for Bahamians. Just once. Just look out for us. So we can feed ourselves. Just look out for us. But I had a chance to go through the Haitian villages. You're going to be shocked what's going on in this country. There's thousands of acres of land that has gone to the legal immigrants while you were sleeping. Thousands of acres of forests that were destroyed in the Calpine Road area while you were sleeping. Thousands. while they're talking about criminal trespass, that was the words of racist Ryan. Criminal trespass. That's my opinion of his actions. I mean, racist against. So my name is. While you are putting, while you are destroying Bahamians, shanty towns are rising up all over this country. All over this country. All over this country. All over this country. Criminal trespass. All over this country. Criminal illegal landing. All over this country. Look at the homes that's being built. Bahamas. All over this country. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. These images are Habakkuk. Look at it. I want you to see this with your own eyes. Look at it. Look at that. No toilet. No electricity. We're going to let you see. And so, Bahamas, I had a chance to drive. Did you know they even have a whole flea market in Cowpen Road? I bet you a lot of y'all didn't know that. They have a whole flea market. I went there in the evening when it was about to close. A whole flea market. Now, they locked up and persecuted our Bahamian coconut vendors. I want you to hear the sound. Let's start that over. Let them hear the sound. This was me. This was me there.
If you're watching this, you are in the Bahamas, not in Haiti, but this is on Cowpen Road, and this is the Haitian flea market. They have an entire corner that is just a pure flea market. Look at that. Pure flea market. These ones are selling all the cars. Some of them got stalls. There's a whole restaurant here. There's a whole restaurant where they sell food, etc. Yeah, some more people, they selling some stuff on the ground there. There's a whole flea market. A whole flea market on the next side of the road. They're doing the same thing. They got a whole flea market. Look at this. Look at this. It's a whole flea market. Look at them. Look at them. A whole flea market right there. Look on the side of the road here. All these people, they selling clothes, they selling the fake clothes, the genuine clothes, all this stuff. And it's Haitian village in the back there. And no permit, no one bothering them. And this is right here. This is Cowpen Road. This is where it's at. And no one is disturbing them. This is the main Cowpen Road right here. And the government is busy frustrating and bothering Bahamians when they have Haitians. Got a whole flea market. That's just a part of it that you saw just now. And it's evening when they're really shutting down. It's really, I think it's after 6 in the evening right now when they're really shutting down. But that's the Haitian flea market right here on Cowpen Road. Undisturbed. They have rights to do everything in this country, but Bahamians don't. Now, Bahamas, when you see your trees are being cut down and you can't breathe in the middle of the night, this is why. Because these
so
people...
play that again while in the background while I talk. This right here, that same one, get the same one. That right there was the only market open during COVID. That right there. While they were locking up and persecuting Bahamians, while they still are, if you go and try to open a fruit stand anywhere in this Bahamas, they will march you down, tell you gotta go get a license. But they know about this. All of the authorities know about this. When I came and it was closing. That place is normally crowded. That's a flea market. And right on Cowpen Road. Just turn right to the corner and right there. And then there's a big gate at the back of it. And then another big gate at the back of that. Because you all ain't welcome. Ryan and Vaughn wouldn't say a word about the illegal that is happening there. Do you know what they're really selling down there? Some of what they're selling is clothes donated to them. When you collect charity to give to them, they sell it. They are selling Nike, Louis Gucci, whatever, and regular stuff. Whatever they can sell. They're selling numbers in the back there. Yes, numbers. No license. And guess what? Can't touch them. But Ryan Pinder is talking about a cease and desist order for Bahamians. Oh, I can't wait for this to drop. When you touch Bahamian people, just know that the real floodgate is going to open. The floodgate of information. You're going to see the real Bahamas. And one thing, yeah, we've already interviewed an Asians talk. And they talk about their relationship to governments. And they talked about the New Day government. And talked about the old government. And listen, these people are so emboldened right now. They feel invincible and untouchable. They think you know what we're capable of. I think you know that we know what you're doing. We know what you've been doing to the Bahamian people. We know. But we're going to wait. We don't have a problem with people making a living trying to survive. But now when you attack with your cease and desist orders, the Bahamian people, when you attack us, then we're going to show the real you. Then we're going to show the real Bahamas. We're going to get international bodies involved. Because you cannot. No, it cannot be acceptable anywhere in this world where the natives of a country would be attacked and persecuted for doing something that illegal immigrants are doing blatantly. I won't see any of you go to Miami and open up illegally and open up a flea market. Go on. Go to Miami illegally and then open up a flea market. Go right there and let's see what happens. Go to Canada illegally. You and your crew, your Bahamian crew, go there and open up a flea market. See if they can touch the Canadians before they touch you. I dare any of you, I dare you, anyone in government, Ryan Pinder, I dare you, and careful on with you, to go to Haiti illegally and open up a flea market and see what happens to you. I dare you. But we live in a country that hates Bahamians. We are suffering from economic apartheid in this country. And Lyndon Finland would roll over in his grave. Now, let me show you, we've shown you the video of them cutting down our forests, etc., etc. You have any of them lined up, producer? Any of those videos lined up? Them cutting down our forests with our astute, sharp Bahamians and went out there and found them making their coal and cutting down the forest. You have any of those videos ready? I didn't tell you about them. there's some people who are watching this that might have not watched the previous one. If you have any of them ready, I want you to see this. Go ahead. I want the Bahamian people to see our forest being destroyed. Destroyed by illegal immigrants. There it comes.
Y'all see how swift and fast they is work? Look at that. Clean cut.
Make sure they have the sound.
Look at that. You see that? Clean cut. Look. I want y'all to see all this wood.
That's our country being
hours if I'm here.
decimated by illegal immigrants.
Go on.
We played a different video. That's our country being destroyed. I'll get back to that.
Let's go, man. Take all them shit off.
Kids. Look at this. Look at the videos. Yeah, she's painting it now.
Back in the back here again doing this shit. Fuck, man. So I just said in pictures and videos, y'all need to approach these fucking niggas, them, man. Let them know what they dealing with, but
we made them take every piece of wood off of that truck. They were actually, they cut down trees. Also, if they meet trees cut down, they would go and take it. But they also cut down the trees. Sometimes they burn it to make it easy. These are the people who are putting up gates to block Bahamians. They got their truck. They drive around in their trucks.
Yeah, gonna go check this fire out. Now, we heard that someone lighted and they watching it. That's what we heard. But we have to go check that out and find that out for ourselves. Robert here, tall boy here. Some other people is here too passing through. We have women and all. They watching the car because, you know, this might be a setup. Haitians and want us come this way, it might go that way, so we ain't sure. So the fire ain't far. We're gonna check it out right now. Alright, we got live fire here. Alright, we got live one here. We got one over there where the smoke is. We have one over there. We have one in the back. Mother freeze, they scared all over the place. Now this, we all know how this could get out of hand. You see? And we ain't seen no one. And if someone was watching this, they should have been around here. So we ain't seen no one, we ain't know what's happening, and we far from water. And it look like this being light for a while. Yeah. And this ain't no forest fire, and that's gas or something keeping that fuel. And this was specially laid like this. They like this in patches, man. Here. There's another one here. They in patches, man. There. Let me tell you all something. This ain't no joke. There's another one here. Gotta try out. We gotta try our best to try cut these up and out this. That's another one there. At least about 10 different spots.
Yes.
And the image you're seeing now is what they did recently. The last one they were showing with them burning, and that's recent. Burning and collecting the wood. But Vaughn Miller blames Bahamians and says it's y'all doing this. Y'all. So now I want to take you to Cowpen Road and show you what happens to our forests. I'm going to take you to Cowpen Road and show you what happens to our forests.
Now,
Show them the
Bahamas,
video.
when you see,
Carbon Road, there it is. So they can head on it.
Bahamas, when you see your trees are being cut down and you can't breathe in the middle of the night, this is why. Because these people are selling all this coal. Now watch all the coal that I'm going to pass on the street. Watch this. All this coal is being sold. You see those bags? That's huge bags of coal. And that's your pine trees. Gone. That's your pine trees. See more there? Gone. You know when you got no permit. But that's all that. The orange bag, the red bag, the white bag. That's gone. Gone. That's your trees. Gone. That they are selling. Gone. Look at that. Look at that.
That is your
all of
trees.
that is coal that they are selling. None of these people got no permit. But they are destroying our forests in order to do this. This is a huge money-making business, and we keep entertaining them. So yeah, if you keep driving down, all you will see is that. There's Haitian village going on there. Look at that. Coal. More coal. Look at it. That's all you will see. And so while they are harassing Bahamians and saying Bahamians are doing it, we didn't pass not one Haitian, not one Bahamian just now selling coal. All we passed was Haitians selling coal. Where did they get the coal? That's your trees, our trees that the government said they're so worried about, the protection of our trees. Well, the trees are on the streets of Cowpen Road being sold by foreigners, some legal and some illegal. The next thing we want you to see is all of these gates that you'll be passing on Cowpen Road that are locked. And many of them, the majority of them, almost all of them, lead to Haitian village. And these are Haitians who have blocked us out from being able to access our land.
So while the government is feeling that they are interested in the protection of our environment, not a word about this. And when asked about it, Vaughan Miller blamed the Bahamians. It's too early in the game for this. But if they think that they're going to threaten us, power, not now. Now, their biggest concern is whether the floodgates are going to be opened. And we're going to make sure that no further destruction of trees in those areas by anyone, Bahamian, foreigner, anyone, goes on in this country. We're going to protect our forests. We're going to protect our land. Make sure that things are done with permits and permission. And most of all, we're going to protect the Bahamian people and our interests. Crown land is for the beneficial interests of Bahamians. Up to this time, only foreigners, for the most part, other than mostly political cronies, were benefiting from our crown land on a large scale. The foreigner can come and say he wants to build a hotel, and they would give him hundreds of thousands of acres of crown land. Hundreds of thousands. But the law says that crown land is for the beneficial interests of Bahamians. So what they do to go around this law, and it's just because they've never been challenged, but guess what? A day is coming when they will be challenged, when a new government takes over this country that cares about Bahamian people. And so what they do is, to find a benefit for the Bahamian people, they will say jobs, jobs, jobs. Ever wonder why every time they present a proposal, they will say they're going to provide jobs for Bahamian people? Because by law, they have to show, because it's not supposed to be for the benefit of anyone else. It's supposed to be for our benefit. And that's why they keep touting jobs, jobs, jobs when they're taking our crown land. And so the problem with that is, if I'm the beneficial owner of a company, I have shares in the company. I don't have a job at the company. If I have a beneficial interest in a company, that means that I get shares. I'm an owner. I benefit from it directly. Not a job. A job is not a beneficial interest. So we can actually challenge every grant of Crown land to anyone else other than people. Guess what? They're not going to do it. But a day is coming and coming very soon. The Bahamians are going to stand up and rise up, and we are going to benefit from everything that we own in this country. I've shown you in writing. The law says Crown land is for beneficial interests of us. If someone on here posts, and I see Grand Bedford posting that this thing belongs to the Queen, it does not. It is a symbolic gesture. Nothing belongs to the Queen in this country. Nothing belongs to the Queen. The royal family is, the royalty is similar to Ronald McDonald and Company. It's a symbolic head. It's a titular head. It's a representation. So Ronald McDonald, if you step down at McDonald's, don't sue Ronald McDonald. All right? It's just a figurehead. All this stuff that you did for the so-called prince coming here, you know, you were doing that for a titular head. They literally paved the road on Carmichael Road right up to Carmichael Burnby, Sybil Strong. The hypocrisy and stupidity in Nania is mind-blowing. You paved only the roads where the Queen son was going, and you paved it right literally. I mean, as soon as you reach the gate, they start paving right there. Like he couldn't see you start paving right there as he was turning in. And up to the morning that he was going there, they was paving the road, and they hit the truck. I got video of that. All this could be in the documentary. They hit the equipment, the heavy equipment right there on Golden Gates assemblies, you know, where they have all the jerk stand and all that. They hit it right there. They was moving them out of the way while the prince was on the way. Man, listen, we need a real country. I don't know about y'all, but I fed up. I fed up. All right? They put a definition of titular ruler on there. Thank you. Titular ruler or titular head is a person in an official position of leadership who possesses few, if any, actual powers. That's a titular head, right? And so we need change in this country. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sick and tired of Bahamians being treated like dogs in this country, and our only effort is to empower Bahamians. Bahamians want to grow their food. That's it. That's all we're interested in. Tired of Bahamians being treated like dirt in this country. And so, if that's what you're for, then stand up. When Ryan Pinder and Vaughn Miller decides to come with their cease and desist order, the first thing we're going to have is a bonfire to burn their cease and desist orders. As the first thing we're going to have. And then we're going to hit the streets. Bahamas, are you ready to sign up for Bahamians? Are you ready for a new Bahamas? Are you ready for us to be worth something in this country? Are you tired of being treated like second class and now last class? Because even the Haitians getting treated better than us, the legal ones. Are you ready for a new Bahamas? That is the question. I'm ready for a new Bahamas because, like Marcus Mosiah Garvey said, if any other race, if you can't do what other races have done, what other nations have done, then you have to die. In fact, you're dead already. If you can't do in your own country what every other race can do, what every other nation can do, what every other people can do, then you're dead already. It's just like you're not here. And so all we want to do is feed ourselves. I'm so proud of you, Bahamians, teachers, the many teachers, the many police officers, many custom officers. I'm proud of you for taking this stand. I'm proud of all the government workers that have taken this stand. I'm proud of the people who have applied for Crown Land 20 years ago and decided to apply again with us. I'm proud of you. Philip Brave Davis, this is your defining moment. What will you do? Your letter ended by reminding us of the rule of law. Let me remind you of the rule of law. No illegal immigrant has a right to open a flea market on our streets. We paid to pave those roads. It's our streets on our Crown land. That's where it is. That is the rule of law. The rule of law says that you can't treat one group of people differently than you treat another group of people. That is the rule of law. That the law must be fair and equal, predictable and just. That is the rule of law. The rule of law is not for the people, it is for the government. You know that, Philip Brave Davis. I don't know where you studied law, but I studied law in England. You know that the rule of law is a statement to say that the law rules, not the government. It is to protect the people. The rule of law is not for the people. It is for you. It is to make sure that you are kept in check. So don't quote the rule of law to the people. The rule of law is for you. It's to make sure that you can only do what you're supposed to do. And the police officer can't walk up to you on the street and slap you and say, come here, get off this bus. Why are you walking on this road? And stump you. It is to make sure that those who are charged with administrating our affairs have no power over us. But only the written law has power over the nation. It is the supreme law. That is what the rule of law is for. And hey, I am ready for a fight. I am ready. I should have actually pulled up and showed you Ryan Pinder talked about criminal trespass. The fine for criminal trespass is $25. Everybody got their $25 ready? I got my $25 ready. I got my $25 ready. All right? But something else could go up to $50. But it's generally $25 for what he quoted. Criminal trespass. Hey, Ryan, I'll pay my $25 for the Bahamian people. He called us criminals. And so that's on him. I'm Lincoln Bain. I'm a runaway slave. I'm fed up. I'm tired. I'm sick of how we've been treated in this country. And I want something different. So I got my $25 ready for Ryan Pinder. Who else got their $25 ready? I got mine ready. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for war. We're ready to take on whatever we have to, just to protect our land. You see, with Bahamians there, the illegal immigrants won't be able to come and destroy the forest. That Wellfields area, they were destroying from the middle. From the middle, they were destroying trees for years now. And they were moving out to the outer bands. Because, see, people didn't go in the middle. You could only see it from Carmichael Road. They were destroying the trees a long time ago when they finished with Cowpen Road. But now that we are there, they can't do it. I'm calling for a vigilante force to protect our forest, since the government is incapable of doing so. I'm calling for a vigilante force that will protect our forests with force. Long Island law in the forest of Carmichael Road. When their trucks come, their trucks are going to have a problem. When they come with their trucks to destroy our forests, their trucks are going to have a problem. They are going to have a problem. We have to protect our forests and our land by any means necessary. If you are afraid to stand up and fight for this, you don't deserve to have it. I want some Bahamians who deserve to have this land. we're going to have to fight. And if there needs to be violence, then so be it. But we have to protect our land. We only got one nation. We can't let them burn down the whole of the province. They burnt down the forest in Andrewstown 2 weeks ago. Not a peep of it on the news. No one is touching it. By any means necessary, you are going to be removed from our forests on the northern side of Carmichael Road. There will be no more dumping. There will be no more burning of our forests. There will be no more cutting down of our trees by illegal immigrants. We are going to stand up for what is ours in the spirit of Sir Lyndon Oscar Pinlin. We're going to fight for this land. We expect the government to stand with us. Got my $25 already. And so, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be some fireworks, if needs be. Y'all spread the message to the legal immigrants. Listen, y'all on Cowpen Road, y'all can take that over. The government's already given that to y'all. Y'all there. We ain't bothering y'all. Don't come north. Don't come by here. Hear me? It's a warning. Because we have many persons with licensed tools who are willing to go to work and protect our forest. Don't come over there looking for sympathy while you are destroying our forests. You come here with your smiling face and being polite, etc. Get on the other side. Because what you are doing is criminal. Your chainsaws will be confiscated by the law. You will be arrested by the law. Don't come by here. Those days are over. The Haymans were choking. Can't breathe. Because illegal immigrants burning down our forests next door. All over Coral Harbor, pay all that money for your property. Illegal immigrants burning down the forest. But you ain't had no word from these environmentalists. You don't hear from these environmentalists yet. When they hear Bahamians was over there preparing the land, man, it was all over the radio, all over the news. All these Bahamians are so evil and criminal and they're destroying our forests. Oh my God. You hear any word about all those coals and bags up that road? That's our forest. Not a word. So let's get ready for a strong force. If they come and they attempt to arrest us, let's surround those police stations. Let's do whatever we have to do to show this government that they need to stand up for us. Now, we can have a different conversation. If I see them go on Cowpen Road and all them shanty downs and they clean those people up and they do what they're supposed to do there, they are living. See, we done got the footage. They are living on our national park called the Bonefish Pond. They living their best life. We done been all through there. Got all kind of footage. They living there on a national park, but you are threatening Bahamians? Man, farmers, y'all can't let this happen. Show them the video of the little boys again. This is on our national park. These people living on waterfront property. Just a little clip. They living on waterfront. Look at them playing soccer. Loving themselves, living their best life. Play it again. This is on our national park, the Bonefish Pond. They loving themselves. They living their best life. Let them see it. On our national park that is supposed to be protected. But no word from the government on protecting our national park, Bonefish Pond. See them there, they playing soccer. Playing soccer. Living there. Oh, but we can show you all the houses. We can show you a lot of fishing in our pond, and not the pond, in the water. They call it Bonefish Pond. There's a pond there, but it's actually the ocean there too. They are fishing. It's just a sample. So when you all come for us, just be prepared for them to see. And they feel protected by the government because they pay all the government. It is corruption. Coal is a multi-million-dollar business. Multi-million-dollar. They can make more money selling coal than from shipping cocaine or guns from Haiti. You know why? Because coal is free. Because they just come, burn down the tree, and it's free. They didn't have to pay no money. It's a multi-million-dollar business. Isn't that the same truck collected illegal pine and brought the gate? Wow, that's a sharp person. Who is that? Go to the head of the class. That's Jillian Bartlett. Oh, yes, we are following and investigating. We are following all of them. We will know who their parents are. We will know where they live. We will know where the girlfriend lives. We are following these criminals, who they're connected to, any Bahamians that are assisting them. We already have all of this information. Proper investigation is being done. We didn't come to play. So when you all come for us, you all just come prepared for the real floodgates to open. Any politician connected, get ready, get ready, get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Because you all know we ain't easy. Get ready. Bahamians, all we want you to do is grow your food because we're in a crisis. And we're looking to the government to assist us, not commit treason, attacking Bahamians and stopping them from growing food, while encouraging and lying for the illegal immigrants. Get ready, get ready, get ready. So with that said, I just want to, I'm going to take questions for a couple of seconds, but I just want to let you know that our Golden Gate branch of the COI, and if you haven't paid your membership, listen, what we do, we need your support. We can't do this alone. So come and pay your membership. Come and do what you have to do. If you want a sponsor or whatever, you want to give donations to the COI, please do. We need all the help that we can get. Our Golden Gate branch, so proud of them. Our branches are popping up every day. Our Golden Gate branch is having their first annual fair. And they're going to have hoopla, bouncing castle, face painting, all that good stuff. Our Golden Gate branch. And so they're going to have games, food and entertainment. Boot rentals is available for you, and this is going to be on Easter Monday, y'all. And that's our Golden Gate brand. So if your kids, etc., need somewhere to go, take them out there. Let one of them, a couple of them, talk to you. Y'all come sit with me, please. Come sit with me. Let me just change the camera view quickly so get more people on here. Come right to my right. Come right to my right. There we go. All right, I'm gonna see you right there. How are you doing today?
Very well. Hello, Bahamas.
Awesome, awesome. You are from our Golden Gates branch?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. I'm so proud of Golden Gates. They are on the move and on fire. All right, so I'm gonna take questions in a minute. I just wanted to get this piece in here before I take questions and really drop some bombs. But what's really happening on Monday?
I tell you, we're excited. We were, I think, the last one of the last branches to get activated.
Mm-hmm.
I want to just give my props and kudos to our chairman, Mr. Uchi Hinkson, our deputy chairman, Iris DePass, Secretary Levette McKinsey, Treasurer Princess, all those folks, Marvin Dorset. I'm telling you, we just have an excited bunch of people in Golden Gates who are ready to just make sure that we are prepared for the next election. We're not waiting until 4 or 5 years from now, but this team is excited. Look at Mr. President, they're ready to roll.
Wow.
They rock it.
Awesome. So what happening August Monday?
August Monday now, we can have some nice food. So they're gonna have food items available, the fritters, the regular things that you know is needed on that particular Easter Monday. We're gonna have entertainment. That song we were trying to get ready for the elections. I talked to the live band, so we're hoping to have that live band there jamming. We're looking to have Bahamian food items. We're gonna have the bouncing castle for the kids. Look, we're gonna have it all out there on Golden Gates Assembly's field. Right on the park for every single Bahamian. You're looking for something to do. Also, we're gonna have a dollar drive. So if you're driving along Carmichael Road, you can just once you pass that area, we're gonna have persons on either side of the road. But you can donate to the COI because we are trying to do our very best to get this party in position to lead and get ready to touch Golden Gates. And so all over the place, okay, come on out, bring your family, bring your friends. The nice food, we're trying to make sure we have warmed up and all that good stuff coming out. Booth rentals are available, so you can call the number that is right on your screen, or the COI's office to rent booths. Booth rents are like $125 to come to a tent, a table, 2 chairs. So it's like nothing, just a little something we want to make sure people can, make some money, man. So they'll be able to sell everything except beverages. Give us a call right away. It's a nice location, and as I said, we're gonna have a great time having Bahamians come out. Look here.
I got one weakness: ice cream.
Oh, okay.
I love my ice cream too. Make sure I have some ice cream run. Ice cream and make sure I want ice cream and guava duck.
Ice cream and guava duck. Oh, well, the guava duck. That's
ice cream, guava duck, and fritters, but I want funky fritters.
Gotta have conquidino fritters.
Okay.
All right.
We're gonna have all that.
I expect us to have it all. Be allowing other persons if you want. You can still come out and sell those in your booth. But as I said, Bahamians, we need your support to make this event
a success. So where's it gonna be?
On the grounds of Golden Gates, World International Outreach Ministries, right on the main Carmichael Road campus.
Okay.
Amen.
Awesome.
Thank you, Bahamas.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Amen.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure go out and support our Golden Gates branch, who is definitely going to be having that awesome affair, and I'm going to be out there. I'm going to go for my ice cream and guava duff and conky fritters. All right. So I got one. Listen, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I don't go to club. I don't do any of them stuff. Everyone gotta have one thing. I got ice cream. That's me. All right. So let me love myself. All right. So we're gonna take questions from anyone who wants to ask me questions about what's going on, about the Prime Minister, about what's going on. About the illegal immigrants. I want to take some questions, comments, whatever you have, send them. Where's the Crown Land in Grand Bahama and where can I apply? Someone says. We're going to get to that in short order. Stay tuned. There's Crown Land all over Grand Bahama, especially in East End. I'm looking forward to getting some beachfront property in Grand Bahama. Put my toes in the sand and do some stuff there. All right. And I think every Bahamian deserves that. I think Grand Bahama deserves that because of the abuse that Grand Bahama has been experiencing over all these years. They took our Crown Land, our land, and gave it to a foreign criminal called Wallace Groves. All right? Gave it to him to have a country within a country. That's what happened. And for foreigners to come and rape and rob and destroy the ecosystem and destroy everything and make billions of dollars while all Bahamians got was cancer. And their land taken away from them. What happened in Grand Bahama is a crime against humanity. And it's time for Grand Bahamians to benefit. More on that in the future. Next question.
Wilma Bartlett is asking, when is the Real Crown Land Register coming out?
When is the Real Crown Land Register coming out? I don't understand what they mean by the Real Crown Land. It means something from government. I don't understand what they mean. The government doesn't put a Crown Land Register out. They don't give any information on Crown Land. Now, we have some documents that we've been going through that we got from Hubert Alexander Ingram. And we are going to be putting forward stuff from that very shortly. There's a lot of information in there. Stuff that we put in our letter to the Prime Minister to show all of the companies that got our Crown Land that raped and robbed us all over this country. I think you saw it in a previous live. But the stuff we're going to be drip feeding, stuff we're going to have to put in documentaries for you to get the full feeling of it. But Bahamas, we've been raped and robbed too long. All we want to do is make Bahamians benefit from our country, you know. That's all we want. Yes, they say we have an agenda. Yes, we have an agenda. That's for Bahamians to be put first in this country. Why is that so hard? Why is it that every time you try to empower Bahamians, they fight you down, they start to slander you and say lies? Listen, some people ask me, oh, you need to respond to this and that. Listen, the easiest way for them to get you off is to just put a bunch of lies out there and make you respond every time. We don't have time for that. All right? If you want to believe the nonsense that these people are running on with, then you go ahead with that. In the meantime, we're going to fight for Bahamians to get their crown land. We're going to fight for our natural resources. It's time. Remember we told you that we're going to be forming a company and allow Bahamians to be a part of it so that we could apply for a license to go after our sand and aragonite and our salt? Well, it's time. And so all of the legal documents are going to be put in now, and we are going to go after our natural resources. Who is ready to take this? Because Vaughn Miller gone missing. Vaughn is gone. And so it's time for Bahamians to benefit from the natural resources. Stay tuned in a couple of weeks. Since they say it don't have no value, since they, you know, okay, then give it to us. Since you don't know what to do with it, give it to us. We'll show you. Let us deal with the aragonite. Let us deal with the sand. Let us make some salt. Since you don't know what to do with it, it's time for us to benefit. Just give it to us. Since it ain't worth nothing, give it to us. The scam that this government is about to pull, because they know that we're looking to see what they're going to do with the natural resources, is they're going to initiate carbon credits, but they're going to do it in such a way where some countries are paid to not touch their natural resources, and they're paid a small amount of money based on what is really valued, just so that they don't have to do anything. It's a lazy way out. So they're looking to make a deal now where we make a few $100,000, $200,000 or $300,000 to not touch our sand, to not touch our aragonite, to let some major company pay us to keep it in the ground. That's what they're now negotiating. Vaughn Miller is away right now in Africa trying to get deals done in order to do this, along with the Minister of Works. Why would you take a couple $100 million when this industry is worth billions and billions of dollars? Multiple billions of dollars. We can be on the level with major countries around the world. The world is running out of sand. We got the most sand left in the world. We got the renewable one, the aragonite. Even our sand is renewable. It's coming out of the ocean. We got too much of it. And you're going to take a couple $100 million when we could make billions and billions. We could be making the amount of money that France and Germany and other major G7 nations are making, because the world is reliant on sand, and we got the most of it left. Can you imagine the world is running out of wheat and only us got wheat? Can you imagine the world is running out of oil and only us got oil? Can you imagine? But the reason they don't want to do it, because now your eyes are open and they realize that if they actually mine it, you're going to ask for a piece of it. You're going to ask for your sovereign wealth fund and for you to benefit from it. And they don't want that. So they want to just say, okay, this is what we do with the carbon credits, and we sign an agreement to not touch it. And we signed this agreement for 99 years. Let me tell you something. We will break that agreement, because that is a crime against the Bahamian people. We will break that agreement, because they don't want us to benefit, because they want to keep you poor when they have a chance to empower all Bahamians. So we're telling any nation right now that is negotiating with this administration to stop Bahamians from benefiting from our natural resources, that we could break that agreement. We're not going to live with that agreement. You're not going to tell us to leave our aragonite there, that is renewable, and not benefit from it. That is what the plan is. Yes, you know I'm in all their meetings. They can't have any meeting without me knowing what's going on. But that is what the plan is. That's what they're discussing right now. This is evil. It's a crime against humanity, and they want to stop you from benefiting. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to stand up. It's time to stand up. Share this live. Let them see what's going on. Take screen records from this. Send it out to your family and friends. It's also on YouTube. It's not just on Facebook. We also broadcast on YouTube. Send it to your family and friends. It's time to move to the next level. So we went after our crown land and empowering Bahamians to get their crown land. And now we're going after our natural resources. And so we're going to give you some more information about that coming up soon. Some people say, oh, Lincoln, why are you just, tell them what you're doing? I'm telling them what we're doing because I want you to see the true them. I want you to see them fighting against us, fighting against the Bahamian people. Someone said, Martin Luther King, why do you block up these bridges? And when you go in to block the bridge, why would you tell them you're going to do it? Why wouldn't you just go out there and surprise them? He said, no, because we wanted you at the time to see the true America. We wanted them to bite us with dogs. That was the real reason for his civil disobedience. He wanted to show the world. Yeah, they say that they are the police of the world and they're the good country. Look at what they're doing to their own people. They're biting us with dogs. They're spraying us with tear gas. Look at them beating us. And he won. I want you to see them come into the Lincoln Bain area, as they call it, with cease and desist orders. I want you to see them persecuting Bahamians who are trying to grow food so that you can see the real them and that the world can see. I want the world to see. Question. I believe the response from the PM was quick, but why didn't the PM answer? There's certain legal implications if the PM himself answered, but they answered on the PM's behalf. So it's the same as the PM answering. All right, so it's the same as the PM answering. They answered on his behalf, and it was quick because they want us to stand down. All right, and so we're willing to work with the government. We're willing to do what we have to do to work with them, and so we're going to leave that there. We're going to continue to try to have conversations with them. All right. All right. I think that's all the questions for now. I enjoyed spending my Sunday with you. I'm out to get some ice cream now, to overdose on some ice cream and some Sunday dinner. I'm looking forward to the day when everything on my plate was grown right here in the Bahamas. The fish on the plate, the meat on the plate was grown in the Bahamas, the eggs on the plate. Every single one of the herbs was grown right here in the Bahamas. We can do this, Bahamas. I believe we can do it. Are you ready to go after our natural resources? I know one thing. The government is coming with a trick with carbon credits, and that is to stop you from benefiting your natural. Don't fall for it. The same way you all fallen for this housing program. Oh, we want to thank and praise God for Jobette Davis Colby, or whatever her name is, who's going to be providing houses for Bahamians. They're going to be able to own their own home. You're not going to own that home. The bank is going to own that home for the next 30 years. And you're going to be a slave to the bank for the next 30 years. The borrower is a slave to the lender. That's what you're going to be. They're not doing anything for you. They are benefiting from you. They're going to make billions off the backs of Bahamian people selling you your crown land. It's nothing to praise. So don't listen to political prostitutes hired to promote this nonsense of selling you low-cost homes that you're going to pay $400,000 or $500,000 for by the time as you finish paying. Don't just calculate your monthly payments for 30 years. Also the fees, the late fees, and every other fee that's involved with it. calculate everything, and you're going to see that that home that's going to start cracking at the seams, having all kind of issues within the first 2 years, that you're going to pay up to $500,000 for that home. 2 homes, they made $1 million. 4 homes, they made $2 million. 8 homes, they made $4 million. Do the math. They started out saying they're going to make 1,600 homes. Jesus. See those numbers? And now they're trying to double that. They're going to make billions of dollars selling us our crown land and making sure we only get a 50 by 100 piece. And by putting a little building on it, they get to rape you and have you a slave working for them. The slavery we experience today is worse than the slavery of old. Because guess what? They make you bring them $1,000 to $1,300 every single month. You bring that to them. You work and you bring them your money every single month. No slave could have produced $1,000 or $1,300 worth of cotton every month. Now, the slavery today is worse than it was before. They're fooling you into thinking that you're owning something. You own nothing. You are a slave. Well, I'm Lincoln Bain. I'm a runaway slave. Please, will you join me on this Underground Railroad? We're going to the north. Ladies and gentlemen, I go to prepare a place for you. A place to the north of Carmichael Road. That is the New Bahamas. An oasis. A true Bahamas. A better Bahamas. Where we live as one. Where we help out our neighbors. Where we grow our own food. Where our food is free. I again commit to giving away the produce of my farm. We plan on growing fish. We plan on growing everything that you eat in the food store and stuff that is not in the food store. We go to create a better place, a better Bahamas. And so I'm a runaway slave. But they call a criminal, like they did Harriet Tubman. They called her a criminal. She was. They called Martin Luther King a criminal. He was. Mahatma Gandhi was a criminal, convicted criminal. Was. Nelson Mandela was a criminal. He was. Ladies and gentlemen, well, we are hundreds of Bahamian criminals. And all we want to do is feed ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, join me on this Underground Railroad to the New Bahamas. Change ain't coming. Change is here. See you next time.
And it's Bahamians aren't prepared to stand up and fight and defend their own Bahamas, then you don't deserve to have it.
Now let that sink in. Come on. Change ain't coming, change is here. You can hear it, you can feel it in the air. All politicians, put your hands in the air. Just a stick up, let me make myself clear. I'm a grown man talking, so you know what to do. No one's leaving till we figure out the truth. Why you laughing? This ain't nothing funny. So no one gets to go home till we figure out this money. Change ain't coming, change is here. They say change ain't coming, but change is here. They say change ain't coming, but change is here. They say change ain't coming, nigga, change is here. Now if you ain't standing with us, then I know you against us. Bahamas, this ain't no time for us to be lukewarm. This is war, and we riding through the storm. Come on. Let's go, shalom to all my Hebrew brothers. To all my Muslim and Rastas, we need you, brother. Selassie, I know, I can't forget the Christians. Let's put our differences aside, cause it's a bigger mission. See, they've been doing this for years, trying to separate us. kinda trying to keep us down and never elevate us. Now it's time to praise the Lord, cause he's about to take us over to the promised land where we can celebrate us. I got to do it for my kids that ain't even born yet. So the minute that they born, they already gotta check that check. Gotta have that time to collect, so they won't know how it feels to have that yoke around their neck. Yeah. See, y'all been robbing my grandmother, my great-great-grandmother and grandfather. It's like y'all can't get enough. Y'all just keep eating and eating and giving us nothing but taxes. Y'all went even as far as to say that this country's in debt and we ain't got no money. When 9 times out of 10, everybody in this country's possibly a millionaire. It's time to wake up. Let's talk about natural resources, cause every time we bring it up, they say hold your horses. They say it ain't worth a thing, but it's worth a fortune. Meanwhile, they open up their businesses across the borders. Oh yes, we track their bank accounts across the waters. They say this country in debt, but they making millions. If we don't stop this now, they be up to billions. It's about to go down and I get the feeling we gotta cut a movie on these dirty villains. On this Lincoln Bain and his team came with information. It's like everything changed, everything went quiet. It's like so much facts and they can't deny it. They rather keep their mouths shut before they start a riot. Now look how they tryna just steal the oil. They don't wanna share it on to y'all. They been robbing us while we were sleeping. Send them to jail cause they failed, they committed treason. Change ain't coming. They say change ain't coming. The change is here. They say change ain't coming. The change is here. They say change ain't coming. No, the change is here. Listen, from Freeport to Nassau all the way to Nawa. There's no more time for us to sit back and be quiet. You understand? This is war. If they only knew who we were, if they only know who we are, they would know we are warriors. No retreat, no surrender. Just give us what you owe us. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. I feel this all the way to my ancestors. We are warriors. We only really want what's owed to us. You get it? Now free up.